These niggas think I'm motherfucking playing. I'm official. Watch this shit.
It was the reason. Ooh, just a vibe from that guy. Side of the night.
Pull up, you gotta.
Hold on in the road.
She don't want to waste no time.
Oh,
She don't want nobody
yes,
else. I
I
know.
know.
But I can be what
She wants.
she.
We are getting so sued.
Hey,
We are getting so sued.
Yeah, man.
We're a
Let's,
cover band. We're a cover band.
Bro, and then even I wasn't there. I was at a family barbecue.
he was at the Jamaican barbecue.
Getting so sued. That's something.
welcome to the LSB Mike Show.
Yes, sir.
We're back again. To the left of me, I'm gonna go in order. We got Butter.
Yes, sir.
We got our special
Jamaican
guest tonight.
Dundada.
He goes by the name of Joe.
Joey Crack.
I call him Joe Blow.
If you're looking to
He
find
sells
him
cocaine. It's like, nah.
looking to find him on Instagram. His personal page is Jersey_Joe. He also has the business page JM Electric.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
If you're looking for anything as far as professionally or industrial, even commercially, this man has all your electrical needs.
Hold
And,
on. And then he fucked up, right?
no, I didn't. I was correct.
You ain't introduced. You ain't introduced.
I was finishing him, and then I was going to Mars. You
Nah,
fucked it up.
Nah, you fucked it up.
Rich,
like
please
you
start
always-
over.
These niggas think I'm motherfucking playing. I'm official. Watch this shit.
He did say he was going to start and go.
He could have kept it going. That's why he keep shit like that going because it's
Interrupted
funny.
The whole goddamn thing.
Don't spend too much time on it.
Yeah, like
Right?
it's
I was-
funny.
I was
You know what
about
I'm
to
saying?
be
It's
like
funny.
commercial.
That's why you keep going, bro. You don't start over. You just keep
He's still
going.
recording. All right, so
Yeah, keep going, motherfucker. God damn.
That's
He always
Joe.
gonna start over on some shit.
I swear to God, man.
Good.
Mar,
What's up?
let him know who you is.
Lieutenant Dan.
There we go.
Fuck I'm here for.
Got ice cream.
You just got introduced.
I got
to the
bubblegum
LSB
shrimp.
LSB Mike Show. Except who behind the cameras? What's his name?
Uncle Rich.
Richie Don.
LaFan Media always.
Yes,
So,
sir.
we gonna give Joe a second to talk about his business and why we have him here today.
That's our brother from another mother.
Facts.
Other mothers, because like he's white, so he other mothers.
This is more like your brother.
Your mother. But go ahead. Go ahead, Joe Blow.
Nah, just like the importance of like financial freedom, the shit that we wasn't taught growing
Absolutely.
up, going to school. We were never taught that shit. Like, you know, like how important it is, like not just having money, understanding the actual value of money and what you can do with it.
Right.
Money, credit, everything.
Credit is major.
Very major.
Assets, liquidations, all those.
Right.
Right.
So that is key. Like having liquidable cash compared to what the bank can give you.
And not liquid cash, but
Right.
liquid
But
cash.
you know you gotta explain that to some people because some people are not gonna understand what that is.
Right. So you can have a lot of property. Say if you got 10 property and you got a mortgage on all 10.
Right.
So say you got to pay $500 a month on each. So you got them tenants paying $1,000. So you only bring, instead of making $10,000 a month, you making $5,000.
Correct.
Something go wrong and you got private tenants and not Section 8, you got to come up with $5,000 a month.
Facts.
And compared to like liquidable cash is if you own them free and clear, all that money is yours. You ain't got to pay nobody. You ain't got to ask the bank for no money, nothing.
So you mean as far as in you didn't take a loan to purchase these properties, you bought them outright. That's what you're saying.
Me personally, no, I have business loans.
No, not you, like a person.
Like a person, yeah.
A person would buy them outright instead
Correct.
of taking a loan from the bank.
Correct.
But therefore now you still owe somebody money.
Correct. Now it take longer, but all the money's yours.
Correct.
And everything work for everybody. Like different shit work for different people.
For everybody's situation, everybody's situation is
Right.
always going to be different.
Right.
Until you get financially independent and when you get educated on those things or whatever, because you might have to do a couple things and kind of mess up.
Yeah, no, you're gonna fail.
Yeah,
You're
I think
gonna fail.
I think a lot of times where we fail, we
happens.
actually
You're
learn
gonna take a blow.
a better experience than when we just go ahead and succeed at things.
Absolutely.
Because if you succeed at everything that you do or whatever, then you don't actually find out the hardship that goes through and the hard work that goes through
Right.
just trying to get what you need to get.
Because when you finally hit that roadblock, if you've never failed, it's massive. Now
Absolutely.
you like trying to move a mountain, and when it could just be like a little boulder.
Correct.
So
Yes.
I want to just stop something. I don't want everybody to watch this and think you automatically just came into this because of your complexion.
No.
You actually learned these things because you actually come from the same background as everybody sitting here.
Wait,
Yeah.
first of all, it's not because of his complexion. He works hard as shit. I don't
Yes,
give a fuck.
I don't
He
want
is
nobody
he is
assume-
us.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
want anybody to assume that he's white, so he did this.
And he got it
I want
because of his
him to know that
complexion.
He got it
Yes, he
from
did.
The mud.
Because he's white.
But he's
he got it
black.
because he's white.
He is black. I say him all the time.
Same.
When I say him, but 'cause
Nah,
you-
Joe definitely one of us. He definitely a nigger. He says it on the low. Y'all just
I've
don't
never
never
said
know.
that shit.
He has. I heard him one
That's a lie.
time when we was in the basement.
That's a lie.
When we was playing pool, when I
Nope.
beat him, he said, "Oh, this little nigger just beat me."
That's a lie because you never won.
Boom.
Nah, I never heard him do that.
Because you never won.
Can you tell us
I
when
know.
you got that? Like what made you want to actually educate yourself to this point to where you are now?
Failures.
Okay.
Watching,
Most important thing.
Right. Watching everybody around me struggle, my parents struggle, my own struggles. When I first started, like, it was crazy. I made the jump to start my own business, and, you know, I blew up fast. You know, within a year, I went from just me to I had 12 employees. And, you know, within my first 2 years of business, I made 1.2 million. But I looked in my account and say, yeah, you $250,000 in debt. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I just made over $1 million. What do you mean? She's like, yeah, you spent way more than you made. So I'm like,
Is that like
fuck.
for like supplies and everything for like the
Everything
company?
from supplies,
And then paying them,
people fucking up on the job, people.
and then you had
fucking
to
up
like
left and
pay like the customers back for a lot of things that they fucked up on the job and everything.
And nah, like it wasn't something that bad. Like they never damaged nobody's property and shit like that. But you know, just all the times, like when you're not doing shit right, and you know the inspectors come and they're like, oh, well, this fell.
Got to redo it again.
Right.
Because
So now I gotta go
your,
back
your
and fix it.
reputation, yes.
I got to pay you to go back and fix it after I paid you to do it once.
Right.
Now I'm paying you 2, 3, 4 times when I'm only calculating to pay you one time.
Okay.
You know, but I was able to use that and like connect with other people in business, like bankers and stuff like that, to be able to use that to branch off into other aspects to create that, you know, financial freedom. And just learning your credit score is cool, but learning what a bank profile is. Like you can have a great credit score,
Right.
but if the bank don't see you as no value, they don't give a fuck about your
Correct.
credit score.
Right.
I'm like,
Can you
all right,
elaborate
you
on
got.
that? I'm curious about
wants you
that.
to
The
elaborate.
bank profile.
So you got to have a bank profile. Like the bank will be like, all right, well, what have you done? What do you have? What have you obtained? What have you paid for? Like, what have you actually done? If you just
So it's like they want to see established
right,
credit.
they want to see a transaction history. Like, what have you done?
Okay,
How much money
okay.
have you paid back? Like, what have you, you know,
Like you got 700 credit score, but you're not moving no money.
right? You've never
Correct.
done that. Like, all right, you got good credit, but you got any properties, any mortgages, any car loans, nothing. So you ain't got no credit profile, no bank profile. They're like, well, you're a risk to us because you're not known for paying nothing back because you never borrowed no money. So we're not going to give it to you.
Facts.
That's just gets education with credit. Because if you try to get like a credit card and you say, hey, you got to use 30% or use the
Right.
10% is probably the excellent way to do it.
Right.
But if you're not spending money on it or whatever, why would they give you more money?
Right.
So again, if you have $1,000 and you only spending $50 on it and you think you can get
They're not
another
giving you
$5, they're not going to give you no more on it. So you need to spend some money.
I gotta see.
Put
Yeah,
some money
spend some
on
money.
it.
To get, yeah, I get it.
Right.
So-
like my Capital One, I've had that since I was like 18. That shit's still $2,000.
For real?
But I got American Airlines one.
It's probably like 10.
That motherfucker travels. Get the fuck out of that motherfucker travels.
It's the points.
Both.
He got them
Yeah,
points.
it's the points.
Both the points and that shit high as hell.
But yeah,
To
so-
where
but
I use
again-
it and I pay it off, I get the points, and then they like,
Correct,
all right, we're
yes.
gonna give you more money because we know you're gonna spend it.
Correct.
So your
So-
profile with us,
But again,
is,
you don't want your statement to
Nah,
go
you got-
where
Right.
that high limit, because that high limit is the one that's going to tank your credit score, and then
Right.
take the bank to say, hey, we're not going to give you no more money.
Right.
So I got to pay that off and then kind of figure it out later on.
exactly.
So my thing was like you wanted to talk about it because you really kind of want to educate people of our stature, how we've been in the hood, and we never got that
Right.
from anybody that we grew up with.
The-
Like,
right, the
like
importance
how
of it, all
the
that.
importance of it is like telling them like, yo, how to spend their money, credit is important,
Right.
and things like that. So how would you go like say you was in the hood and you seen like people getting money but not doing the right things with it, how would you try to educate them on spending the right money and then investing in it?
Depends on what the conversation is, because everybody's not going to hear
Right.
the
Understandable,
hear the
but
information.
understandable, but that's what I'm saying. Like we was once them kids where we didn't have that. So like what he would basically like wants to talk about, and I get it and I understand it, is like how he can educate them people on it, even though we know like nowadays like a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna want to hear what we got to say about it.
Nah, they not.
But
Because they stuck it.
I mean, how can we go about like, yo, really got to tell them like, yo, credit is everything.
Right.
Start with the
Saving your
family,
money
you
is
start with
everything.
the kids. You start
Right.
with the people
Right.
that you have that access to. Because I know I have my godson. We talk about credit and saving money.
Mm-hmm.
He has an allowance. I told him he need to save 10% of his allowance. If he doesn't have 10% of his allowance or whatever, he can't get no more allowance.
Yeah, we never had that though.
Right.
What would you like to say, Doc?
So I was gonna refer to Joe again on something else, as far as what I'm talking about, because you have two godchildren who you were adamant about, as far as putting them on your life insurance, right?
Right.
And now you hear a lot of, you see a lot of conversation, a lot of things about people doing a lot of things with insurance money.
Right.
Can you elaborate on that? Because I don't really know. I don't really have a good education on that.
Yeah. So like insurance money in what aspect though? Like
As far as like, so people are I see a lot of conversation about insurance money being used, like going that avenue, like life insurance and things of that nature. Like what is being done with that now that people are making it seem like you should be using that money, borrowing from that money compared to borrowing from the bank?
it really depends. It depends on what kind of policy you have. Like I got two different policies.
the
So
situation.
one of them, after a certain amount of time, I can borrow back from it, because I paid so much into it.
Okay, how can you borrow back from something that's meant for like a?
Because you might need them right now.
Correct.
But isn't something supposed to happen in order for you to use that?
No.
That's why I said it depends on
Well,
the
depends
policy.
on what it is, yeah.
Like one of my policies, after a certain time, I can borrow from it, but it doesn't. You can't borrow that whole amount. They'll give you up to like 10%.
Correct.
It's like the same concept as like your
Like
retirement.
401k, right?
Like, yeah, 401k.
Right.
Like
So it is- so it is-
Right, you borrow, you pay it back.
Because
I'm
you
an expert
borrow
at
from
that.
Well, no. So we know I know about.
Excuse me.
We know I know about
prime is
401k.
coming to ball all the day.
I know about 401k borrowing and withholding and hardships and shit like that. But as far as the life insurance thing, I'm seeing it, I'm hearing about it, but I'm not well versed in that conversation. So you're saying it's pretty much the same thing as 401k, where
It's not, but it is.
In
Yeah.
aspect,
so
certain
same,
aspects.
same difference.
It-
You
it's
can't
more.
borrow
It's a
against-
more
Complicated?
complicated situation
Yeah.
than what it is, and it takes a little bit more education on trying to figure out what you need to do. Because I actually just found out that you should even be putting people who are under 18 on your life insurance policy or whatever. Because again, if they are under 18, they're not going to be able to cash it out until they turn 18.
I mean,
but
I
you
get
should,
that.
You should actually put it into a living trust. You know why you put it into a living trust?
They can
because
manage it.
they manage it and they don't have to pay taxes on it.
Who manage it?
That's dope.
Who manage it?
Whoever you
I
put
never-
in charge of
That's
it.
dope.
Correct.
I like that.
The living trust, they don't have to pay taxes on it or whatever.
So
It's a guardian.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put a guardian in charge.
like if your godchildren, you will put their parents in charge of that trust, or would you be the
Hell
person in
no.
charge of that trust?
Correct.
No. Don't mind.
Hell no, I'm not putting nobody parent in charge.
No,
of
I'm
that.
saying like because knowing you personally,
Right.
I'm not. So this is my daughter's goddad.
Right.
Bang.
The white guy. I am too. I got that.
Who did the most? All right, thanks,
That
Joe.
one.
Appreciate you.
What I'm saying is, who goes in charge of that trust? Is it the parent or is it still?
Whoever I put.
Correct.
Whoever,
So you could put, like-
whoever I leave
so
in my
wait.
will.
I put a financial
Not
advisor.
to cut you
on.
off. So if you put like that's what I was about to say, like a financial advisor or somebody in charge, like it could be anybody you put.
Anybody.
Besides the parent?
I can, whatever I
It's just
put on
gonna
a
be
piece
somebody
of
you
paper.
put in charge of the money.
Because it's not
Right.
the parent's situation. It's what you're doing with your
Correct.
money for that
Oh,
child.
okay.
So
I get it.
So what is it?
I could put on a piece of paper right now, T's.
Correct.
When
Yes.
my godchildren turn 21,
They gotta give X, Y, and
they
Z.
get X amount of dollars.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the person in
It
charge
goes
of it.
into a money market account until they turn 21. Then they can access it in whatever terms I set up. I can set it up as increments. They can get 50% now.
Right.
Depending on how fast you go through that 50%, is when I can allow you to get the next 50.
And kind of put it on.
It's like what Reebok did with AI.
I
We're
was
not
just
going to give
about
you
to
all
say
your money.
that. I was just
we know
about
you're going to fuck it up. So when you turn 50, we'll give you the other half.
So that was a trust.
Yeah.
yeah.
But you
So
can actually look
Reebok
at
set
it
it
like
up for him.
everybody watch Power, and then when Tariq, when
Just now with the
when,
thing?
when Ghost died,
He couldn't get his money
couldn't get it
because he
until
had to go to
he
school.
graduated school or whatever. You can do the same exact thing with your
like, I
kids
know
now
one
as
of
a
the-
trust.
Somebody I know, he got a trust fund set up where he got all stocks, and
Yeah.
his kids is only entitled to the dividends that come off the
Correct.
stock.
Yes.
They can't touch the principal, but he got like a couple mil in there. But
Okay.
he only get the dividends.
Right.
How much the stock pay out, but you can't touch.
So
the actual
these
stocks.
conversations, right? And this is
Gotta
and
normalize
I'm not
it.
saying this is why you're here, but yes, these got to be normalized with everyone
Yeah,
in
everyone
the
around you.
community
Right,
because
right,
it's
right,
not a conversation that's had.
But,
Right.
but more so in our community because like we don't get that in our community.
Correct.
You,
It's
like,
not
you,
talked
you would
about.
get that. You would get that.
We talk about
let's just
fashion
be
and
real,
bullshit.
right? You would. Let's just be real. You would get that in the suburb communities because they have money, so they know what to do with the money. Our community, you're not going to get that as much because
So I don't
it's
want
not taught.
I don't want to say it's a community thing because I don't feel like a lot of it's people I know that live in the suburbs and that were raised in the suburbs that don't know about this conversation. They just know they have money.
It depends on where.
It all depends. That's what I'm saying. It depends where in the suburbs. But most likely in our community, in the Camden community, it's not taught of.
Facts.
We never got like, yo, you got to save your money for this. We never got told, yo, credit is every fucking thing. Shit, let's be real. Our parents fucked our credits up.
Well, mine didn't fuck mine up. I fucked mine up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that.
Well, you're a
right?
lucky black motherfucker.
I fucked it up twice.
But
I'm
Student
backing.
loan, baby.
Yeah.
no, but
loans.
listen,
Student loans got me.
you have been blessed to not have this.
You
same
have
type of-
blessed, yeah,
You
that-
didn't
that-
have the
as a
same type
parent
of
that doesn't-
parents that everybody else had.
But then
though.
again, I'm not mad. I'm not really mad. So much mad at
Your parents?
how my parents did it because it's more so like, look, bro, they broke. They had to do what they had to do. Hey, go ahead, put that shit in my name. you know what I'm
You
saying?
ain't
Ain't
had
nothing I
to say
can do.
You didn't have to say go ahead because they had already did it.
Correct.
When
It
you
was
That
already
is
done.
true. I
they
mean,
got
I
you.
had
They
to say,
got
yeah.
you. They got you social as a baby.
I still ain't
nigga.
getting paid back, but you know what I'm saying?
You're not getting reimbursed for fucking up
to
your
be
credit.
honest, be honest, my mom actually taught me a little bit about credit because of her past mistakes and things or whatever. But I ain't listen to her. I'm be honest with you. I ain't listen to her. I went up and fucked shit up and came back and was like, all right, I'm gonna do it again.
Right. We never
Fucked it up again.
because we don't see how valuable it is.
Correct.
Until you need it.
Correct.
Like
That
when you
is-
really need
That
it. You like,
is very
fuck.
fucking true because
When you start applying for
my
things,
credit
you
was
need
fucked
this,
up at
you
one
need that.
point. I was like,
I got a segue. Right?
damn.
Yo, you get that
I need
22%
that.
interest rate on that used old
Yo.
from Sensei Select. That's when you like,
You paid $350 a month on a
same
car
thing.
that's worth $4,000.
for real.
So I got a segue, but it's kind of a little different, right? It's like my dad told me, yo, don't deal with this type of woman because I know she's gonna put you on child support. Right? And I think it's kind of the same kind of education. You can already see the road that's gonna be traveled in a relationship.
You looking at what's going to cost you.
Yes.
Yeah, in that aspect.
When it's somebody that's dealing, when somebody that has dealt with money,
Right.
you can see.
Everything's a business aspect. I
Yeah.
look at everything from a
Correct,
business
yes.
aspect.
That's where I was. Yes, there you go.
Every part of life is a business
Gotta do
aspect.
like a cost analysis on the relationship.
Really? What is this going
Yo.
to cost me in the end?
True.
What am I willing to pay?
What I'm willing to lose.
But I look at it.
What am I willing
when
to
you
lose?
start putting it
What am I
with
willing to
women
lose?
and you talk about kids, I don't think about the
No,
money aspect.
not even-
I
That's
what
think
I'm saying,
about
like, I don't
more
think
of
of the
like,
money
is she
aspect.
going to be the best mother?
No,
Yeah.
so
me too.
Yes, but I look
yeah,
at
me
it
too.
in a business
I know,
aspect. What is
I
this
get
going to
it.
cost me?
I
So
most
wait,
definitely get
so
it,
now-
but
so
again,
now-
I don't look at when it has to do with kids.
So now
Any
are
other
we saying
situation,
that?
yes.
Right.
Now are we saying that is relationships are a business aspect?
that
No,
was
no,
what I was
no.
saying. I was saying as far as people with a business mind, or have been used to a certain level of income, money, they look at things with the mindset of
What risk am I taking?
Yes.
What risk am I taking with this?
What is this going to cost me?
Right.
What will be the end game for me with this
Right.
situation?
How's this going to play out?
I know, but pussy and dick, that changed the whole situation.
Fact.
You get in that pussy, you start feeling a different way, and be like, man, let me go ahead and do
You
that.
get in that pussy, and then your mind has a
You do some dumbass shit.
Your mind's heart rate goes
We all have.
blank.
Yeah, I mean, it's a given.
Facts.
I've lost some money.
Listen, lost a lot of
Lost
fucking money.
a lot of money.
I'm gonna take a drink on that one.
You ain't just lose some, motherfucker. You lost a lot. But hey, it is what it is.
But you know what?
Hey, I made it back.
You know
I
what?
made
He
it
didn't
back.
lose a lot. He actually gained a lot more knowledge than
Right.
before.
I became a better me.
You always try
Yeah.
to put the knowledge
Way
to
better
be
man.
a better,
I mean, you always a
better
good dude, though,
aspect
bro.
than
That's-
buddy.
I mean, we joke around. We say what we gonna say about bullshit, but you always been a good dude. Ever since I met you, you always been 100 grand. And you my brother from another mother. I fucks with
And
you.
you always try to lift weights and make you drink more. The fuck? But I'm always there. I can do it.
Yeah, I don't know
my
about
life.
I don't know about the lifting weight part, but
He don't try to
I
make you lift
I
weights.
pull
He
I
did
pick the
once.
cup up.
I'm about to say he is Incredible Hulk over here.
He did once and never came back.
Yep,
he
sure
worked
did.
out one time. Was like, I'm not coming back.
I said I'm not coming back.
I'm
My
gonna
fucking
be,
heart hurt.
I'm be quiet on that because we still got something to deal with.
You're never
We still got something to deal with.
Oh, y'all got
We
a
still got
challenge. Y'all
something
got
to
a
deal
challenge
with.
going on. Whatever y'all challenges, I hope y'all
We
get
still
that
got
shit
some-
over and
we
done
still
with.
got
I'm
something-
tired of hearing this
We
shit.
still got
It's not
something to
gonna
deal with though, but I love him though. To death.
listen.
He knows that.
It ain't gonna work.
This the end of this the end of the episode. My brother from another mother came through. Joe Blow, definitely teaching us about how
Get your education up with financial
yeah,
freedom.
definitely.
Facts.
Watch some
Definitely. You
YouTube
need to.
videos. I know I have.
And learn from this man, because he came from the gutter up to the bottom. Now he's just a successful guy, and I fucks with him. That's my homie.
And he will not let you borrow money. He does not play that shit.
Yeah.
He shouldn't.
Yeah.
And I'm-
But the key is like, don't worry about nobody's opinion. Like where we come from, where we fuck up the most,
And worry
we
about people.
spend all our fucking money to get shit to impress people that don't give a fuck about us.
Facts.
All right, before we let you go, can I get 5 gems then?
Oh,
Here you go.
Oh.
5 financial gems.
5 financial gems.
Put
It's
it
on
on
you.
the
Five financial gems right here, right now.
Give us
Let's
3.
go.
1,
Because we got the next episode outside. Financial gems right now.
Invest wisely.
That's 1.
2,
Invest in crypto because you definitely gonna make a lot of money in that shit.
3.
3.
You need passive income. You need shit that you need money that's gonna make you money. Like being a business owner is great, but in like even in my aspect, a lot of times I still trade hours for dollars. I just get a lot more dollars for my hour.
4,
network.
Find ways to not pay taxes.
And then
5.
5 would be network.
Network.
Never.
Because you never know who you're gonna run into. You never know what a conversation is gonna lead to.
Right. And you never know who
I used to
you
hate
never know who they're
networking.
gonna.
Now I
love
network all
networking.
day,
I
every
love
day.
it.
I can network all day.
I don't like people. Like
Okay.
I talk to
I don't
people,
know
and
why
again,
this
I'm
nigga
big on
say he
things.
don't like
I just
people.
don't like
He's
people.
a fucking
That's how I
people
met my
person.
banker. That's how I met my
I'm
banker.
a
And he's got
counselor.
me.
I just don't like people.
I actually
He
do
is a
agree.
people person.
I actually agree with Mark. He don't like people.
I don't like people.
I always see this motherfucker.
No,
I can
interacting
talk.
with a lot
I'm
of
a people
All right.
person. I
He
don't
can
like
adapt.
people. Though.
So before we
I think he's a people person.
end, what you're saying is you don't realize that he's personable. That doesn't mean he likes people.
Right. You can be personable and still not like people.
Yeah, that's the difference.
But
He's personable.
I never seen Mara not like people.
He
That's
adapt
just
to
me.
the-
You know what I'm
he-
saying?
he
I always
just
seen
adapt to the
Mara like the
situation.
cool, calm.
Yeah, but you don't see
collected
me
guy.
on the side not saying nothing to nobody when we
Right.
just around good people.
But you know, I always just think that's just you. You know what I'm saying? I just never.
I gotta watch the field. I gotta see what the energy is.
Right.
I just don't.
I guess
He
I'm
like
the,
the people that he like.
So
I guess
on-
I'm the dumb one because I just go, hey, what's up?
So on that note,
What's up, motherfucker? How you? I don't even know you, but get a drink. You know what I'm saying?
on that note, what we're gonna do is we're gonna close out the episode and we'll have Jersey Joe back. Like I said, that's his Instagram.
Yes, sir.
For more talks about financial freedom
It was Mike Larry.
and ways
at
to
one point.
build your business. But with that
Mike
said,
I'm still Mike Larry.
stay tuned for the next episode. LSB Mike Show out.
Hey,
Here.
we out.